slant. This receiver knows you run a go. So the quarterback has predetermined.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but in my opinion, that has to be started from day one.
Okay, but
you know what I'm saying?
But coaches do make these.
But it's
changes.
All,
so are you saying
they don't because it's all a part of their scheme already?
No, but they do though. Good coaches will. If you keep
but part of their scheme, Omar has hot routes. He doesn't have hot routes.
Okay, but what I'm
saying,
doesn't
have.
But
that.
what I'm saying is, if part of your scheme on
defense, put him in.
Yeah, like part of your scheme on defense is we blitz all the time, but you keep getting beat on the blitz. A good defensive coordinator is going to say we're going to stop blitzing. So if you keep getting blitzed on offense, at what point in time, or even past the coordinator, Jalen Hurts is a quarterback in the NFL. At what point in time does he tell Watkins and Brown and
if
Smith?
They're bringing the pressure, you got to get rid of the ball
quick. At what point in
quick.
time does he tell them, yo, listen, they're bringing the blitz, I'm going to yell out hot potato or I'm going to yell out fucking Mississippi. And if I say Mississippi, you run a slant and turn around. No. You got these guys running 15-yard post routes and double hitches, stopping goals. This guy's underneath pressure. And for the life of me, I'm like, yo, do they not believe in Hurts, so they're not implementing that? Or just the coaching staff is just incapable of implementing that? Because they're incapable or because they don't believe in Hurts. And Hurts isn't doing it because maybe
coaching.
He doesn't have high enough IQ to himself to be able to say, like, listen, don't run this route on this 3rd and 6. You run a slant, turn around. It's an empty middle of the field. At one point in time, maybe Hurts is not watching film? That's the kind of answers I want to hear. Like, is he not watching in a film?
Let's give a little bit of credit to the Eagles. With AJ out, that's a big part of the offense. Bottom line.
Hurts is getting Hurts is
AJ being out. That's like anyone that'll
right.
be like
CD
they were like
out.
this.
You're right.
Yeah, but they were like
You're
that
right.
the 6
But
weeks
now,
before Brown.
But now
out.
listen to me though.
The whole game plan was different, basically.
Hurts is getting paid $50 million. He's not going to have 2 all-pro receivers his whole career.
Yeah, Smith.
So you're going to have to get it. You're going to have to get it
Where do
done.
you think Smith going?
He's got to be out of there, though.
I doubt Smith would do it. I think they'll get rid of A.J. Brown before Smith.
Yeah, Smith looks like he puts his head down and go to work.
And he did take all the Eagle shit off of his social media.
But, you're basically asking – you're basically asking you're basically asking in talking Eagles – you're basically asking Hurts to go into the huddle and change the play. Many quarterbacks are
not
doing
change the play.
Yep, that's what he would have to do to get a hot route.
It's an audible.
They don't have that, guys. They don't have that. That's not part of their offense.
When they're on the sideline, this is what we're about to put in.
Yeah, right. That's not what they do, though. I'm telling you, that's not what they do.
I know you guys watched NFL films before. I've seen quarterbacks tell the receiver on the sideline, hey, listen, if you see this linebacker, this will linebacker, if he's leaking out a little bit too long, you run that slant. That's not in the game or in the play or in the plan. Hurts is just not that guy.
We have video footage. We have video footage and comments seeing that just happened this weekend. Goddard arguing with Hurts on the sideline.
Don't respect him.
A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. People getting
they called him that word.
What?
Getting in people's
Big
face.
ass.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
So
Goddard said that?
Yeah, and AJ.
If Goddard called him a bitch ass nigga, that's crazy.
maybe they don't have that. It's not there. That's not their culture. I don't know.
Hurts isn't that good enough of a quarterback. Like when Marino did that fake spike, that wasn't a play. Ben Marino made that up on the spot.
I don't even know it's about that's like some leadership stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's like mental
that
stuff.
Prescott is at the line audible in all these plays all the time, all season. I never seen Hurts do that one time.
It's not a part of their offense. It's not a part of their scheme. That's not who they are. So
and that's not who Jalen Hurts is.
Like Los was complaining, crying out loud all year long as if they were. And Eagles fans actually believed this leading up to Tampa Bay, as if they were just hiding some grand old offensive scheme they were waiting to unleash.
They were going to come out with,
you know what I'm saying? Right. Los thought it was going to come out after week 8, week 12. You're going to see this new offense. No, it's just who they are. It's just
who they've been.
Okay, just who they are.
They've been getting worse.
Jalen Carter had 1 tackle.
I do like Jalen Carter, though. I can't front.
Larry, go sit in the penalty box.
he's slurping.
Slurping freaking Slurpee.
I like the penalty box. He's going to take a shot in the penalty box.
Fat stats in the building.
You got a real Slurpee.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. I mean, this is just pathetic, bro, for these Eagles fans. It's just downright pathetic, bro. It's just downright pathetic.
I just feel like they're old too. Tony.
None of these guys,
You know what I mean?
they are old.
They're
The
old.
Eagles
Rebuild,
roster is
rebuild.
very, very old. I see some shit like they're one of the oldest. Yeah, one of the oldest rosters.
10 or more players that's been in the league for 10 or plus
Brandon
years.
Graham's man old. Kelsey
I mean,
man
where
old,
does this
Lane's
come
man
from,
old, Cox man
though?
old,
How are they so
Bradbury,
old? And these
Slayton.
Eagles fans been raving about how he's draft and how they draft, and we got replacements all over the place for these older guys.
Eagles remind me
Where
of
is
that,
it
what
at?
was that 2014
I just don't
Carolina
understand.
Panthers
Where is
team.
it at?
You know, you catch lightning in a bottle one season, and you think you may have something going on.
Not the
and
Cam season, right? You on the
the Cam season? Where
Okay.
like
They should have won that
But
Super
Carolina
Bowl
was
that
good
year,
for two.
though, man.
Carolina was really good 2 years in a row, regular season wise. But it was just like you catch kind of lightning in a bottle real quick, and you think this is some window you got to expand on. But really, it was just one magical year,
One
you
good
know,
run.
and Hurts' stats, you know, this year are more similar to the year before last than last year, and even last year's stats were only as good as Dak Prescott's rookie season stats. So it wasn't like he's having some magical season. It just you get caught up in all these wins, and they gave all the credit to Hurts, and now they think Hurts is worth all his money. They give him all this money. They got to release all these vets. Hargrove has to leave. You know, that linebacker that ended up going to where did he end up going? I just read about him. Wherever he went for $19 million, but basically Eagles lost a really good player over $19 million over
You
3
talking about White?
No, he's a linebacker.
T.J. Edwards.
T.J. Edwards, yeah. 3 years, $19 million. Somebody else signed him for, but Howie didn't want to sign him for that. You know,
They
make
paid
the trade for
Bradbury
Byer.
$38 million.
and then they re-signed Slade too.
Yeah, they for a cheaper thing.
I mean, I
think,
guess you
for a
can't
cheaper
really.
price.
It's hard to blame him for signing those guys, but I mean, at the same distance, they
It
could
is.
have.
They're two old ass cornerbacks.
Couldn't they passed on Carter and drafted Christian Gonzalez?
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
What was the
And
guy?
then
Joey Porter Jr.?
And then Nolan Smith. They drafted Nolan
No, they
Smith with
drafted
their
Nolan Smith,
other
the 30th pick.
top
Yeah,
15
yeah.
draft pick.
A
Or
guy
whatever, you know
who
what I
could-
mean? Or whatever they had.
He should be
Or
like.
yeah, it was number 30th. Yeah.
he
But
should learn
whatever.
how to long snapper because Nolan Smith might be out of the league soon.
But now it's nothing but coaching. They raved about the talent they have. They raved about Howie. They raved about coaching.
Big F for Howie.
I just shared a post where fucking Brogan wanted Sirianni to take over the play calls.
What
You know
what
what
does he
I'm
know
saying?
about play calling?
He
Sirianni.
said this is his offense, bro. He came out this year, said this is his offense.
But he's never called plays.
I don't think he specializes in anything. He's just a coach
He's
sniffing
just there.
loudmouth.
That buys
That's it.
cocaine on South Street.
That's it, bro.
Narcotic
Kensington.
Nick. That's what
Like,
somebody
come
said.
on,
They were like,
man.
he doesn't call defensive plays. He doesn't call offensive plays. What does he really do?
Bro, I said that in 2021.
What does he do?
I said that in 2021.
You
I
wanna-
got called out my name.
Usually you want to hire offensive specialist or a defensive specialist. This guy's not either or. You know, it's like it's kind of baffling to me. Even I always say it's not really that you win. Of course, winning matters. Every win matters. But just as important as if you win is how you win. If you win in certain ways, you're easily more predictable long term. And the Eagles were winning in such ways where long term, it was very easily predictable that this wasn't a good team. We had every stat. I shared stats. Tone shared stats. Bruce, said that they were the last year's Vikings. And he said this like week 5 into the season. It was very obvious.
Bruce
to a lot
had that
of people.
funny post. He said, "Oh, I forgot what round did the Vikings lose in last year?"
Yeah. And not
But
for nothing-
listen, I'm I got manners and shit. I'm not gonna talk about anybody that ain't here to defend themselves. All right. So if any of
Not
y'all
gonna talk
Eagles
behind their
fans are man enough, I mean, I don't know about all the calling and shit. Show the hell up.
Right.
Show
Yeah,
up, Brogan.
Call the Saratoga restaurant.
Easy
Is
text
there
me.
at the Saratoga?
He said, "I'm good, ma." Tell Sly I'm good, ma.
Yo, he's sick as hell.
He at the Saratoga right
Yeah,
now.
he's sick as hell. Damn, man. He was down in the Caribbeans when Dallas lost, though.
Yeah.
I'm texting the little group chat we in. Woo! Woo! He was wooing all over the place. Come on, man.
He
So
probably talk about sports with
Brogan's
Dominican women.
Brogan's MIA.
Come back, E. Come
Los
back,
is
man.
MIA.
Tone can't even send a text to V.
Matter of fact,
Brogan MIA.
Call V on Facebook.
Where Los at? Oh, Los in the airport somewhere.
Los is at home. He ain't trying to hear. us.
those probably sleep. You know these guys.
What you got there?
No, you're good.
No, that's it though. That's it to wrap up. All right, we're not gonna talk about losers from last week anymore.
Real quick,
Eagles.
prediction from guys. Is Jalen Hurts the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in 2 seasons? I
Yeah.
don't think
The
he
next
is.
two seasons?
They
In two
quarterback?
seasons. In two
In
seasons.
2 seasons
Yeah.
from
Don't
now?
they got
Yeah.
they're tied to him basically because the way
Yeah.
his cap is.
Not going nowhere.
They're gonna.
Yeah. I don't think he's there anymore.
I think the way his contract is, I don't know if they're gonna get out of that.
At some point, you just cut your losses like the Broncos.
I think the 2026, 2027, he's owed like $97 million that year or some shit, crazy shit.
At what point can they cut him and just owe him for the next year, and then that's it type shit?
I do not know.
Shit, we should get Joey Jr.
Matter
on
of
the
fact,
line.
hold on. I think
Like if he has 2 seasons of like 17 touchdowns, 18 interceptions, they're getting rid of him, right? Like
17 touchdowns, what?
say if he has 2 seasons in a row where he has 17 passing touchdowns and 18 interceptions, like how can they not get rid of him? Like there got to be some kind of stat clause in your contract
So
too,
Hurts,
right? Like, yo,
Hurts' cap number next year is only $13.5 million. All right.
cut him next year, then fuck it.
Dead money. Dead money is $104,000.
But what's that mean,
In
Tone?
cap
Does that mean that they can cut him next year and only pay him $13 million and then that's it? Like what does that mean?
No.
At what
If
point
they
does
cut
the
him,
contract set
if
in?
they cut him last year, it's a cap hit. I think it's dead money of like $90 million or something like that.
The cap is
Cut P. Drew. I don't know how to read this.
It's so
shit, to
complicated,
tell you the
honestly,
truth.
because like if his cap is only $13 million next year and he's still underneath his current contract, if cutting
But they
him,
can't-
if you cut him,
they
like,
can't cut
doesn't
him,
that
though.
void his next contract?
But
No.
the same thing with Dak, though. Who's going to go there then? Who's it going to be? You know what I'm saying? Like,
But-
Jalen's
but-
going to be there for the next
But
2-3
Hurts is
years.
gonna be there
But
for
it's
2
not the
years.
same as
Yeah.
Dak, right? Because
He's
Dak's
gonna
an
be there
all-pro
for 2
quarterback.
years.
Jalen Hurts is not an all-pro quarterback.
Ooh, talk that shit. Oh,
Okay,
Jalen Hurts
that's
is
how
not
you
somebody
feel.
who's shown a propensity over the last 3 years that he's going to get you 30 touchdowns.
He wasn't
and
an All-Pro
10
last
picks.
year? Hurts was an All-Pro
I'm saying
last year.
maybe he made the team. Maybe he did make the team.
You know damn well
But
Hurts was
my-
All-Pro
my
last
point-
year,
My,
yo.
my point is that perennial. But he was All-Pro more because the team was 15-1. The stats, if you look at the stats, like a perennial, like a quarterback you don't want to get rid of is a guy who's like 30 touchdowns, 10 picks. You can't replace that kind of guy, right?
I mean, the way
Hurts
they
has never
got-
been that kind of guy. Dak's
wa-
done that 3 or 4 times in his career.
The way
You
they
know what
got
I'm saying?
his
Like,
contract is pretty fucking crazy because it's like he's not making over $40 million until 2027.
Yeah, until yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't think they could cut him though.
Because he's already signed the contract, right? But the
I
NFL don't
think-
care about your
like
contract,
these next
right?
few years they can't cut him. They can't
What's the whole
cut
point
because
of the cap hit being
because
low?
if they
Like,
cut
what's the
him,
positivity to that, you know,
it says dead money is $104 million.
we need a
Cap
capologist.
savings is 90. I don't. I
Bacon
don't
be
know.
reading all this
Fuck
shit.
this shit. Let's move on.
Yeah, I even asked Bacon, how you know all this cap shit?
If y'all scary ass Eagles fans can't come on the pod and
And tell us about
and
it.
talk,
Yeah, because
right.
we're not spending. I know Dallas cap.
You know what I'm saying? We don't even want to hear it. Okay. So how many
And
we
I'm not
call?
even
We reached
capping,
out to like the top 4 Eagles fans, right?
Yeah,
Brogan, E, Los, V. I mean, that's top 4.
that was 5 you named, wasn't it?
That's
Rogan,
4.
E, Los,
you want to try?
B.
We're gonna try Derek Cox real quick.
I also
Oh,
want to
Derek
conclude,
Cox.
T,
Oh,
on the term dynasty. We just can't throw that out there.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that was a
you know what I'm
joke.
saying?
Yeah, it's,
It was a
yeah,
joke.
Yeah, it's satire. On
They're
that. Yeah.
far
Yeah,
from it.
they got 1 Super Bowl in 100 years.
That's what someone said. How's a dynasty?
Hi, you have reached Derek Cox. All the Eagles fans are hiding.
Yeah,
Push the button,
He
Flex.
thinks.
Ah,
He
yeah.
thinks. He
I'm
thinks.
done with
Put
the
the Eagle
Eagles.
button.
I'm done with with
He
Dallas.
thinks. He thinks I'm
Push the
calling him
button,
for a
Flex.
clean out.
Come on, let's go. Hey yo, it's redemption time for L. So L said he
Okay,
went
let's go,
1 and
let's go.
5.
New picks, new
He
picks.
said he is not going 1 and 5 this week. Okay, SNN is going to give you their breakdown, the best analysts, the best predictions, and the hottest sources in the league and the world for this week's divisional round matchups. First game, we got Houston and Baltimore.
With that, are we doing picks or just?
I mean, break
picks.
down the game, picks, yeah.
Okay,
There's no
Houston,
spread
Baltimore.
picks, you're just making a pick for the game.
Okay, so Houston, Baltimore. I think I'm rolling with Houston this game. I believe I do. You know, sometimes you get to one of those years where a little team making a nice little run. I'm not saying Houston will make the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl or anything like that, but I have them on a little run. I think
Lamar
Lamar
Jackson turned him to a racist.
I think this thug, Lamar Jackson, goes out there. Nah, keep that in there. This thug Lamar Jackson has had a terrible playoff run. I believe Lamar Jackson is 1 and 4 in the playoffs. I believe he has 1 touchdown to 5 picks. a fumble or two. He's been pretty bad in the playoffs. And they're going to go against a team that Houston has a decent defense.